Hey, what's up you guys, Spencer here, and today we're going to be talking about making friends in the dorms.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
My first year here at UGA was a great one, and I want you guys to have the same experience. So I'm going to give some tips and tricks to make friends in dorms and make some memories. Okay, so tip number 1, leave your door open. Opening your door literally opens yourself to new friends and new possibilities. So if you open up your door while listening to music or watching TV or studying, then someone might drop by and be like, oh my gosh, you're watching The Bachelor? I love The Bachelor. Or, oh my gosh, you're listening to Billie Eilish? I love Billie Eilish. And then ta-da, you already have an icebreaker, you already have a conversation starter, and then every time that you see that person from now on, you can now talk about Billie Eilish or The Bachelor or what's going on, and then you make a friend out of it. So, disclaimer right quick, of course not every hall here at the University of Georgia you can prop open because some of them are weighted or like fire hazards and things like that. But what you can do is go out to the community spaces. So if you go to the community spaces, then you can meet new friends that way. Like if you go to a study lounge and you see someone in there, don't be afraid to go inside and be like, hey, my name's Spencer, what's up? Because you know you can also bond about studying or a quiz that's coming up or a test that's coming up, because you'd be surprised, especially if you're a first year, you are going to be taking a lot of the same classes because you're a freshman, you're taking your core classes. So it's a really great way to bond that way too. Okay, so tip number 2 is to go to your RA programs. This is a great way to meet new people and also get some great food. You pay a programming fee here at UGA Housing, and so you can go to all your RA programs for free because you paid the fee. It's also a great way to make professional connections. So, for example, my freshman year, RA Lizzie hosted a program with the Dean of Students, and his name is Dr. Bill McDonald. And I knew him because of orientation, but I made that personal connection with him at Lizzie's program, and it just really bridged that gap. And yeah, he's a pretty great dude, and you never know who you're going to meet at their program, so always just show up. So tip number 3 is very similar to my last tip, and that is go to your community council programs. And what I mean by that is that your community council hosts programs too, and they are your student council for your resident hall experience. I have a whole video on that if you want to go check it out up here. So what's really great about community councils is that they host educational but also fun programs. So last year they hosted Body Positivity in Myers, S'mores Night at O House, and also Board Game Night in Creswell. This is a great way to meet people within your resident hall community and also make your voice heard. So also my freshman year they hosted an open forum in Creswell where the community council listened to the residents' grievances and concerns about the building, took those grievances and distributed them to the right avenue so then they were resolved. Always go to your community council programs. Also, they always have free food as well, and it's a great way to just get plugged in right here in your resident community. Okay, so tip number 4 is get to know your roommate. So my freshman year here at UGA, I came with 3 of my best friends, and what was great about this is that they, provided me that family right off the bat, but not everyone has that experience, and another good example of that is my roommate. So my roommate only came with one of his close friends, but the second that we all started hanging out and we all started just getting to know each other, we winded up enveloping him into our friend group, and now both of our friend populations have increased because I've gotten to know his friends and he's gotten to know mine. But I do want to note that it's okay not to be best friends with your roommate, but what you can do is get to know your hallmates. So if you meet someone that's next door and you really enjoy their company and really like hanging out with them, then you can become their best friend just as easy as you become your roommate's best friend. And not everyone's experience looks the same, but that's okay. Just get out and get to know people. So before we move on to our last tip, I want to give some honorable mentions right quick. So earlier this week, we asked you guys to submit what your recommendations are to make friends in the dorms on Instagram, and you guys replied. And here are some of our favorites. And now for tip number 5, which is our last tip, we're going to head over to the vulnerable couch. Okay, so for the last tip, we're going to be vulnerable for a second and bring it down. I just wanted to say that everyone's experience here at UGA looks different, and everyone's experience is valid. It is okay to be yourself, and you're going to find your friends here at UGA. It might not happen immediately, but everyone's in the same boat you are. Sit there and make small talk with someone on the elevator about how you missed the bus this morning or something, because everyone has similar experiences here at UGA, and it's a small community. It gets really small fast. So take a second, breathe, and know it's going to be okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This has been Making Friends in the Dorms with your host, me. Be sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on that bell notifications because I post videos every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Have a great day, and as always, go Dawgs.